Gods of our land, please come to my rescue.
In the heart of Nkume Village, surrounded by red earth, wide farmlands, and the sound of drums drifting through evening air, lived a young woman named Amarachi. She was unlike anyone in the village had ever known. Her beauty was not just in her face, but in her kindness, the gentleness in her voice, and the way she treated everyone, even strangers. Her skin glowed like polished ebony, her eyes bright like early morning stars. Every time she walked to the stream, the men tending their compounds would stop whatever they were doing just to admire her. They would say, "Ah, see Amarachi, the gods took their time to create this one." Even old men who could barely see would nod and agree. But as much as the men admired her, the women of the village grew jealous of her. Not because Amarachi was wicked, not because she was proud, she wasn't, but because she was everything they wished to be: beautiful, graceful, hardworking, and loved by everyone. Every morning, when Amarachi carried her clay pot to the stream, women whispered behind their wrappers, "Look at her, see how she walks as if she owns the world." Men won't let us rest because of her. Even our husband look at her. She must be using charm. Nobody can be that beautiful. Little by little, the jealousy grew into bitterness, and bitterness grew into something darker. One moonless night, while the crickets sang and the wind carried the smell of roasted yam from compound to compound, the women gathered secretly behind the old shrine. Their faces were serious, their hearts burning with envy. "This Amarachi has brought disturbance to our homes," said Mama Ebele. "Our husband look at her. Our sons talk about her. Even the young boys cannot focus. It must end." They all nodded in agreement. "What do we do?" the other woman asked. "We must chase her away from this village," another suggested. "No! If we chase her away, she will only become an angel in another village," Mama Ebele said sharply. "We must make sure she never overshadows us again." A plan was formed, a wicked one, a dangerous plan. The next day, the women pretended to be friendly for the first time. They approached Amarachi with wide smiles and forced laughter. "Amarachi," they said, "come oh, we need your help in the forest to gather special leaves for a village festival." Amarachi, pure at heart and always willing to help, agreed without suspecting anything. They led her deep into the forest, to a path where even hunters feared to go. The trees were tall and quiet, the air thick, the ground dark. Suddenly, the woman stepped back. "You will remain here," Mama Ebele said coldly. Amarachi asked, "What? Why? What did I do wrong?" Confused. "Because you think you are better than us. Because every man's eyes follow you. Because the gods gave you too much." Before she could speak again, one of the women pushed her. Amarachi stumbled backward and fell into a deep pit covered with leaves. They ran back to the village, leaving her trapped. After some hours, the forest grew darker. Hyenas started laughing in the distance. Amarachi tried to climb out, but the walls of the pit were too steep. Tears streamed down her face. She said,
"Gods of our land, please come to my rescue."
Just then, a faint sound came above. "Amarachi, is that you?" Her heart jumped. It It was Chima, a young hunter who had admired her from afar but always too shy to speak to her. He had gone into the forest in the evening and heard her crying. Without hesitation, he found a long vine, tied it firmly around a tree, and lowered it into the pit. "Hold on, I will pull you out," he said. With all his strength, he lifted her. Amarachi climbed, scratched and bruised, but alive. Chima carried her back to the village. As soon as they arrived at the square, people gathered shocked to see her covered in death and injuries. "What happened?" people asked. Before Amarachi could speak, Chima pointed at the group of women. "They did this," he shouted. "They tried to harm her." The women trembled as the villagers turned their eyes on them. The chief of the village, a strong and wise man, shook his head. "Jealousy has eaten your heart," he said. "You tried to harm an innocent child of this land. Shame shall follow you until you learn humility." The women were punished, not with violence, but with 7 days of community service and public apology. Amarachi healed quickly, especially with Chima constantly by her side, bringing herbs, food, and comfort. Over time, their bond grew into something deeper. A few months later, under the shade of the ancient Iroko tree, Chima stood before her with trembling hands, and he said, "Amarachi, you are the light of this village. I will want to protect you for the rest of my life. Will you marry me?" Her smile was brighter than the morning sun. She said, "Yes, Chima, I will marry you." The village celebrated for 7 days. The drums beat, children danced, elders blessed them. Even the jealous women came forward, this time with genuine smile, for Amarachi's gentle heart has forgiven them. And so Amarachi, the girl, once Envied, became the pride of Nkume Village, loved not just for her beauty, but for her courage and goodness.